Tonight, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Tonight, we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here between the Green Bay Packers and the Arizona Cardinals. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And we get a look at Aaron Rodgers as he gets set to lead this Green Bay Packer offense. Rodgers now in his 17th season in the league, and of course, coming off the MVP trophy.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. First and 10. Here's Rodgers. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
First carry now for A.J. Dillon. Dillon a first down and more. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, but it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
And the Packers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set them up first and goal. Rodgers now to throw. Forced out to his left. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Murray and the Cardinals with a first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. Man, what do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that big-time game?
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. 3
yards the gain there, second down. Here's Murray. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Those defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now Murray again. That ball complete to Isabella. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 30 yards there.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Extra point good by Prater. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Devontae Adams and the offense for their next drive. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. That good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
53 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They run again with Dillon. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And this defense for the Cardinals, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run. I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. Now Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cobb. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. 7-7, our score after one. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now it's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Javon Hargrave able to record his 5th sack of the season. Rodgers on third down. And it's a Packers touchdown. Kylan Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of... And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Murray to air it out again. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On second down, this is Edmonds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. Touchdown! Christian Kirk, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But the
ball comes out, and this is recovered by the Cardinals. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Murray now on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. And now it's second down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They'll get this underneath to Edmonds. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Shotgun now for Murray. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the Packers get set to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And some room to work. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Now Crosby for the point after. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. 44 yards on the ground for him so far. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Brooke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Rodgers again now. Underneath here to Hill. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, and he will find his man on the outside. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Now Rodgers. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And Crosby puts it through, and with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Murray. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Play fake. Murray. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as now we send you out to our left. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Running left, here's Edmonds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Eluding the pressure right. Able to find Isabella. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Hopkins. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Throwing on first down is Murray. And he rifles one incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target. And that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Murray. Murray fighting. Lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 146 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 41, Rodgers. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, we all know possessions are crucial in a tie game. And let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's more on the return. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the gun on third down, Murray. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the handoff, this is Dillon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Rodgers now on first down. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. He'll check it down, complete to Dillon. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling, held it to an okay gain.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Play action. Now it's Murray. Flush to his right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. From the gun, Murray. And And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Edmonds. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Murray now. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Here's Andy Lee now, as he's on to punt for Arizona. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Rodgers now on 1st down. Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's the big man Dillon with it. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Murray hooking up with Kirk for an Arizona 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Throwing again, Murray. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Quick slant caught by Kirk. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. That's Isabella open on the right side. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Murray to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll go for it with Edmonds. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Chase Edmonds with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Prater for the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So now Rodgers in the pack. Down 31-27, 70 seconds remaining. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger. Rodgers to throw. Pass complete, Tunyon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Back to throw, Rodgers. A dump off now to Hill. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Now Rodgers. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
To throw is Rodgers. This is caught. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Murray, one final try. Hopkins making the catch. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Green Bay, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my brother.